Ferris wheel. Come on, Daddy. Melody pulled at his arm with more strength than one would expect from a 9-year-old. Or was she 10? He tried to remember how many candles were on the cake his sister had brought last week. Thank God for Susan. He had completely lost track of the day. And when she had called to check about the arrangements, he was embarrassed to admit that he hadn't made any. "I'll bring the cake, Adam," Susan had said soothingly. "Chocolate with chocolate frosting, right?" And he agreed, not sure if it was his daughter's favorite, but relieved to have someone else make the decision. But he couldn't continue to push everything off on Susan, or the teachers, or the after-school monitor, or the babysitter. Some things he had to do, those things that Carla always did. And riding the Ferris wheel was one of them. Carla and Melody loved riding the Ferris wheel at the small county fair and happily stood in line for what seemed like an eternity just for that brief experience. And each time, when it was over and Melody disembarked from the passenger car, she would run to him with her face alight with joy. "You should have come, Daddy. It's fun. You'd love it." Carla stood there smiling while Adam shook his head. She knew that he wouldn't get in the car for love or money. He hated heights, and he hated not being in control even more. She understood that, like she understood so many other things about him. "It's okay, Melody," she would tell her daughter, as she relieved him of the child's backpack and her handbag. "Somebody has to hold our stuff, and Daddy said he would," sparing his pride while she justified his decision. He loved her for that. He loved her for so many reasons. Had loved her. Or did love stop when there was no one there to give it to? "Please." And he looked at his daughter, her blue eyes so like Carla's, the dimple on her right cheek a match for the one that Carla had, that he could still see traces of even when her face was drawn and almost skeletal. Was that what finally drove him to buy the tickets and, his daughter's hand in his, take his place in line?